This is me putting myself out there. This is me saying, you know what? I always have ideas. There's always things that I'm working on that I never actually do. But this time, we're going all in. Hey, what's up, beautiful people? It's your girl KayTeko here, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. It's all every time I come back onto YouTube, it's always been a while, so nothing new here. But we're back. We're back. When a girl is back online, we're happy. So thank you so much for joining me here today. This is just gonna be a sit down chit chat video. There's some interesting stuff that I want to talk about, some things that have been going on in my life that I want to make known. I also want to speak a bit about imposter syndrome because that has played a major role in basically everything that I do, or most things that I've tried to do. I didn't even do them before because that's exactly what imposter syndrome is. But before we get into all of that, make sure to follow me at KayTeko on Instagram, but also make sure to follow at Umini Hair because that's what I'm bringing to you. Follow at Umini Hair on Instagram as well because we're live, baby. We are live. The hair that I'm wearing is actually from Umini Hair. Wear your hair, and I have some special packages as well, and I'll get into that in a bit for you guys. But yeah, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your drink, let's sit down, let us chat. And whilst we are chatting, I made these beautiful bonnets that are satin lined on the inside. I have one right here, which is, I haven't yet put the elastic on it. So what I'm going to be doing is I have a piece of elastic here, and I'm just going to be taking it through the entire circumference of this bonnet to get it into this final state. Let's speak about imposter syndrome for a bit. I am always up to something. There's always these plans that I have, a project that I'm busy with, things that I want to do in my life, and I actually, if there's one thing about me, I will get started. I will start doing something, but I think what then happens is that I become so, I just get in my head a lot, and I think, people really don't care about this. People don't want to, no one is interested in the stuff that you're doing, Dago. So what is the point? But also, I think what happens is I end up saying to myself that this isn't good enough. This isn't, this just isn't in a state where I can make it go public. But if it's something that you're doing and you're proud of it, then I mean, why not put it out there? But man, imposter syndrome will have you feeling like you are not doing the best that you can do, even if really you've gone above and beyond that. So I mean, even these bonnets that I have right here, I made these well before winter. I made them in, it was around Feb, March, somewhere there, and I made a lot. And not just that, I made a bunch of cushions as well, and pillowcases. Well, not pillowcases, cushion cases, I don't know, cushion covers. But I made a whole bunch of them, and my intention was that I will be selling them. I'll be going live with them. I'll be selling them on the interwebs. Also because a couple of years ago, I did make quite a few bonnets and I would sell them. I sold them through Instagram, people would buy, and I thought, you know what, let's do that again because that was fun. I really enjoyed it. But I don't know, this time around, I mean, I made everything was finished. I made the content, took the pictures, the videos, everything was done. The pricing, listen, the spreadsheets were done. The courier services, everything was sorted. I even had a WhatsApp number for it. But what happened? I just got into my head and I didn't put anything out. My friends or my family who I end up giving the bonnets away to, or like just let them know, hey, this is what's going on in my life. They're like, yeah, girl, that's dope. That's pretty dope. You should do, you should sell those. And even when other people start their own businesses or their own companies or start, just doing stuff, I'm also like, yeah, do you. I support that. You're doing great. I'll help market your stuff or whatever the case is. But when it comes to me, I'm just like, I'm just like, and yeah, it's not fun at all. Yeah, I don't know. Things are just strange. But even for me, like I just realized that I've become a whole lot more shy and anxious and just not wanting to put myself out there as much as honestly I should. All of this just to say, imposter syndrome will cripple you. It will cripple you, and I think it has effects on, even the other stuff you do, the work that you're doing, your social life, you going out, so just even how you perceive yourself, because it's like you can't do great. That's what you think. You can't do anything well enough. And I mean, perfection is never anything that, at least for me, I believe that you always strive for perfection. You won't necessarily achieve it, but just because a product isn't perfect or an idea isn't perfect or you haven't thought it all the way through, that doesn't mean that it's not good enough at that time. It doesn't mean that for that moment you shouldn't push it. So yeah, I made these bonnets, didn't sell them because I was in my head a lot, but in this past month I came to a realization, because there was just so much happening in my life, and it was in that I realized, life is too short for me to just not carry out the things that I say I want to carry out. My friends from varsity know that, like, always, we were always doing photo shoots, and like, shout outs to them, they were the greatest, because even them, they were always down for me. But we were always doing photo shoots and doing this, that, and the other, because I had all these ideas. Even the YouTube channel, my intention was to start the channel in 2016, I think it was. I got a new phone, I got a laptop, and I got a sewing machine. I think it was in the same year that I got all three of those things, just for me to push content. But where are we now? Look at us now, years later, and I've barely, put any content out. And I mean, I had content. I recorded myself making stuff, but yeah, I just never put anything out there at all. Yeah, it's wild. But anyways, I came to the realization that life is too short, and if you want to do something, just do it. Just do it. Firstly, you've done great thus far, and this is me telling myself this, you've done great thus far, girl. There's no one who can tell you different. I mean, you're surviving a pandemic, firstly. So don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing great. And if there's something that you want to do, do not let that imposter syndrome cripple you the way it has been crippling you all this time. Because one thing, I feel like when I'm older, life will catch up to me, and I will be at a point where I'll start thinking, all these years that I've had that have sort of gone by me, and I didn't actually do the things that I wanted to do. So yeah, I just don't want to get to that stage. But also, I always say that for me, it's in moments of being down, in moments where things aren't going according to plan, or unfavorable things are happening, basically. It's in those moments that I get the greatest learnings. It's in those moments that I can grow, because I honestly feel like, just thinking back on the things that I have been through, if it wasn't for those things, I wouldn't have been the person that I am today, So even with this, me just coming to this realization now that, you need to put yourself out there, you need to start what you said you're going to start. I would have liked this to, this realization to have set in 4 or 5 years ago, I think that would have been great. But at the same time, I think, this was my journey to take. I wouldn't have learned the things that I needed to learn if this happened any sooner, possibly. We never know. And I think that's the beauty of life, is that it just happens, and you learn as you go. As you can see, the bonnet is slowly starting to take shape. I'm just passing the elastic through it. And once I get to the end, I'll cut it off. But why am I doing all of this? Why am I showing you all of this? Why am I speaking about all of this? It's because, baby, we are live. Umini Hair is live. If you haven't seen it already, make sure to follow Umini Hair on Instagram. I am still in the processes of just setting the website up and all that good stuff up. But before I get into all of that, actually, let me show you what Umini Hair is about. So firstly, you see what I'm wearing. One thing about me, I will wear curly hair. Like, I love my big, thick, curly hair. Anything, I remember in varsity, I always used to try and find hair that resembles my own hair. So I would have leave outs in the front of my hair and make a wig for myself. I've always, I think since grade 7, I used to braid my own hair, plait my own hair. Then I started making wigs for myself, crochet wigs, all of that good stuff. And I absolutely loved it, but it always had to be big, curly, or natural, anything that might look like it could resemble my hair. And I think the reason for that was because, firstly, I hated dealing with my hair. You would very rarely ever see my hair out, but I love to celebrate it. I love to wear it, and I love that it could take different forms. I could straighten it and it'd be straight. I could leave it as is, straight after a wash day, and it, be curly. I could comb it out and it sort of be like this pinky straight type of hair. I love that my hair could take on any form from straight to curly, and that's exactly what Umini Hair is. Umini Hair is a celebration of our hair. Hair can be this one day, and tomorrow, if you want to switch it up, it can be exactly that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we specialize in straight to kinky hair and everything in between, and I'm going to be showing you what type of hair that we have. But before I get into that, I am letting you know that we have a pre-sale launch that is happening right now. And in this pre-sale launch, you get $150 off your wig purchase. Yes, $150 off your wig purchase. And you also get a free bonnet. So these beautiful babies that I'm making, you are going to get one for free, complimentary. I mean, because if we're here talking about celebrating our hair, we know that a lot of work and admin also goes into just maintaining our hair, protecting our hair. And this will just take it that step further, So throw on this satin-lined bonnet, which looks beautiful on the outside as well, and you're good to go. Make sure to follow me at Umini Hair for all the details on that. Follow me on Instagram at Umini Hair. I'll leave the website and all the other information in the description box down below. And follow me at KayTeko as well, because, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on in my life, then don't forget we have a pre-sale launch going on. And if you're subscribed to my channel and also follow me on the Grizzlygram, I'll be picking not one, but 2 of you to send these beautiful bonnets to. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and also to follow me on Instagram at KayTeko for you to get your hands on one of these beautiful bonnets. And yeah, I will be coming to you with more content because I love taking content, even if I just hoard it for myself, which clearly I've been doing over the years, but I enjoy taking content, so why not just share it with the world? I will see you again soon. Bye.